My name is Ron Rychlak. I'm a Mississippi Defense Lawyers Professor of Law at the University of Mississippi. My co-authors are the late Shannon Bybee, I. Nelson Rose, Wes Cochran, and Bob Jarvis. Our book is Gaming Law Cases and Materials. Well, the book covers an entire array of materials related to the gaming profession or gambling, casinos. It's an exploding area with all kinds of regulatory issues, tort liability, bankruptcy, there's socioeconomic impacts. It's a hot and interesting topic. Well, the casebook covers history of gaming. We look back at some of the early law, the Statute of Anne, and what's the history behind that. We bring that up through the lotteries that helped establish the United States, that then a new era of lotteries that came about in the 1970s and 1980s, up to the latest technological stuff on the internet, internet gaming, and an exploding new area related to that, and state lotteries. This was the first textbook to cover gaming law, and our objective was to cover the entire gamut of gaming law. We look at Indian gaming. We have different state regulatory agencies. We look at the federal approach to gaming law. So we have really tried to cover the entire area. That's why we got actually 5 co-authors on the book, so that we could try to get the best people who knew each of these areas intimately. I have been working on gaming law since the 1980s. My focus was on lotteries and on video gambling. I. Nelson Rose is the guy, if you watch the History Channel or Discovery or one of those shows about gambling, you're almost always going to see him pop up as the expert of gambling across the United States. Shannon Bybee, the late Shannon Bybee, if you read the book Casino, upon which the movie was based, you're going to see him pop up as a longtime Nevada regulator. And Wes Cochran from Texas knows about horse racing, and the Texas Hold'em is the big thing in card games. And Bob Jarvis is really the guy who has put together several textbooks. He went out to try to find people who knew these areas, pulled the textbook together, and really sort of chaired the thing the whole way through. Gaming is such a broad field that it can be approached from a lot of different directions. Some people focus on Indian gaming and build from that direction. Others are looking at new technology. The book allows you to focus in different areas. And the teacher's guide gives you a lot of questions, a lot of breakdown, a lot of opportunity to develop discussion in class. So I think there is a broad approach you can take to the subject with this textbook. I mentioned Bob Jarvis, who has put together numerous case books. Bob knows how to put together a teacher's guide, and he directed us to make sure we brought forth good questions, brought forth discussion points, brought in matters that are outside the textbook, things that relate to what's in the news today. Kids are going to take this course and they're going to see a story in the news about a dispute over a lottery ticket or somebody getting ejected from a casino. Those kind of things spur discussion, and those sort of things are touched upon in the teacher's guide to give professors an idea of how to develop these and bring it into the content of the course. Most people, I think, use our book as a 2-hour course. I use it as a 3-hour course, and it works perfectly. I try to give the entire coverage. Some people slice and dice it a little bit, but it's certainly available for 2 or 3 hour, and really good for that. We begin in the class going through like a normal casebook, but we bring in outside elements that enliven it. I have each kid read a gambling-related book, a gaming law if we can, but a book that they give reports on. I often have them do PowerPoint presentations, and some of the papers they write really astound me. Some of the issues that they bring back that I hadn't even considered, because there's so much out there. There are today a couple dedicated law journals, UNLV Gaming Law Review, Law Review in Economics is another one. The International Masters of Gaming Law, an international organization, sponsors an issue of a major law journal every year. So there's lots of opportunity out there. There's a growing field that has a demand for attorneys in this area. So there's opportunities for employment for your students and opportunities for scholarship for the professors. So I think it's a great area to be involved in. Students are very interested in this course. There's a need for scholarship in this course. The profession is really dying for more people to get involved in this course. One of the things you will find is that the local bar association, the regulators in your state, and every state except Hawaii and Utah are going to have a regulation board. They're going to invite your students, you and your class, to go to hearings. They will come and talk to your class. And it's all built around having a good, solid basis, a good, solid course. And the book we have here, I think, is a great way to get started. It's got leading authorities in the nation behind it, and it's a great opportunity for a professor to get into a really exciting area that the students really will enjoy.